Welcome. In front of me is a OPPO A17, and today I'll show you how we can enable and set up your Do Not Disturb mode. So to get started, pull down your notifications, extend the list, and somewhere in here you'll find the toggle for Do Not Disturb mode. If it's not on the first page, scroll to the other side or the side and you'll find more of the toggles. And I can already see it right over here, Do Not Disturb. Once you locate this toggle, first time around, hold it. This will quickly take you to the settings where you can customize how it will function. Now I'm going to go over the primarily more important options like schedule. So in here you can set up a specific schedule. There's two pre-made ones, but you can also create your own. Just going to touch upon one of them that is already created. So let's select sleep. You can edit it. And in here you have day of the week, so you can choose what day of the week it will turn on. Then you have start and end time. And once you set it up, obviously you can set it up. Once you set it up, just enable it right here if that is what you want to use, the schedule. This will obviously enable itself automatically at your provided schedule, and you don't have to do anything. But for everybody else who wants to use their Do Not Disturb mode just occasionally, maybe you have like random meeting at work and you just need to enable it for that time being, then you can set up everything, and I'm going to get to how you can enable it, but let's first set it up. So apart from the schedule, you also have people. In here you can select who can call you and message you. And we have also apps and alarms and other interruptions, but people will be probably the most important one, considering messages and calls will be some of the most distracting things. And you have duration for quick settings. This is the last thing, and this will define what happens when you press on the button. We have by default always set it to be until you turn it off, but you have also time specific. If you set it right here, right now, for a specific amount of time, so for instance 4 hours, and I confirm this, every time I press on the button it will always turn it on for the exact 4 hours. I can turn it off obviously before that time, but in generally after 4 hours it will disable itself. And honestly, I never actually thought about this before, but right now, thinking about it like this, I do kind of tend to say that you might want to remember about turning it off, otherwise it will be running in the background indefinitely. But what you could do, if you do want to, for instance, have it for a long period of time, but also have the peace of mind that maybe you wake up tomorrow and people are still, again, able to call you, then maybe set it up for something like 8, maybe 10 hours. And whenever you enable it, even though you forget about it, most likely whatever reason you enable it for, after 10 hours it has already passed, and it will then turn off automatically after that time. So this is probably the best option. You can also set up ask every time, which will bring, whenever you press on the toggle and the notifications, it will bring these two options to you every time you press on it. And you will also have the option to set the timer on it every time you press on it. But here I'm gonna stick with this one for 10 hours, okay, and it will always enable it for the exact 10 hours. Obviously you can touch upon other settings and change them to your liking, but these would be some of the more important ones. And whenever you want to enable your Do Not Disturb mode, find the toggle, press on it, and that's it. It also gives me the time till which it's going to be running. So Thursday 03:08. I guess that's the date. Oh wait, that can't be the date. Is it like 3 a.m.? Yes, it could be. Anyway, so there we go. That's basically it. Now, like I said, if you went the manual route where you didn't select the timer or ask every time, you will probably want to remember about turning it off. So to do so, you just find a toggle, tap on it once more, and this will turn it off and everything would go back to functioning normally. Now, with this being said, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.